OC, what's up?
Man, we're in the big guest. Like, share, and subscribe. Tune in. I thought the latest and the greatest news.
Yeah, man. The latest and the greatest news. Yeah, man. I'm excited again. We got us some specials. Guests. Cowboy fan talk in the building. Yeah, man. So, first day of pads. The clickety clack clack.
Excited to see what's going on down there. Excited to have Douglas, Pastor Douglas, that is, in the building. Mark
Alfonso. Yes, indeed. Hey, you know we got that clip too. Thank you for sending me that clip. We playing that. You know that. So, we got a lot of good football talk coming. Believe me. Yeah, man. Always excited when the pads come on. Yes, indeed. All right, let's keep saying
survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Darren Posey, DMV in the building. All the way up north. Yes, indeed. Coach, you gonna love this show. Coach, this show for you. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. This show is for you. All right, man. Time to rock. We got the big homie in the building, West Coast. Yes, man.
West Coast?
Yes.
Baby.
He in the building. Yes. We talking about that today. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta get boys, they do. It's my boy Day. Boy, day. I mean that. Yeah. I might freestyle. Y'all got me messed up, man. I will freestyle. My name is Marcus Smith, as you can see. Rhyming on the mic since I was 3. Keeping it G with my boy OC. Boy, y'all got boy say. Eastside, what's up, my dog? With the super chat. Talking about Dallas blows. Yeah.
Ball out. All right, Eastside. Thank you, man.
Straight out of H-Town.
Appreciate you.
And like I said, I ain't never mad at Eastside because he talked that big noise, but he paid. Oh man. Yes. Man.
We about to take them all out. Chopping by the mall out.
Man.
The little mill on y'all
the pad song.
Show them what it's all about. Just get called out. Fall out. Me and my clique, we don't fall out. Me and my chick, we don't fall out. We mind my business, keep y'all out.
Pad song.
Get up quick, then we hit licks till it's
My
all
boy come here
out.
talking
I hate
about-
my job, I'ma call out. Boss of myself, child out.
Boss of
I'm
myself.
a recruiter, a high percentage shooters, gotta keep rifles and Rugers. Some
Boy,
people
say
get trifling and
Dallas
losers. Watch for the
blows.
jackets
Man,
and
what's up,
Nike
Angel
Cruisers.
Days?
I can put together.
Dwayne Wright, we see
My
you.
heels be tougher than leather. Can't nobody do it better.
Mr.
Lock nine
Posey,
with the
we
F
see
Step
you.
in with my best friends. Best friends, Smith
Yes,
and West
indeed.
End. If you miss 6, still catch 10. Ball out. stall out. Pulling up outside the y'all house. Empty till we all out. I got the juice and I'm crazy. You not a killer.
Yeah.
Hit squad ain't nothing to play with.
Yes. Time to separate the men from the boys. Talk that talk, Pastor. Yes, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, Holly, dog. No doubt. We got you. So bring it.
Thank you, Darren.
Yes.
Get you, brother.
It's right.
Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out.
I'm ready for this show.
Me and my hitters go all out.
Boss Cowboy Sports in the building. Like, share, subscribe to Icons. YouTube, Facebook. Y'all get in here. We got the latest and the greatest in Dallas Cowboys. We got a special guest and giving us more updates and highlights. Welcome. We're back once again. Boss Cowboy and OC. Let's start to get this thing. Let's waste another minute. Boss Cowboy giving the people exactly what they want and need.
All right, man. First of all, y'all see this hat? It's the first time I actually put this on my head. It says, run the damn ball. We talking about that today. Oh, man, listen. It's autographed and everything. Autograph. Y'all see that? WC. We got a lot to talk about. Because, hey, listen. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Hey, and we got a special guest. We gonna all figure this out together.
Yes, man. Yes.
We go all talk ball together. So before we get into that, let's introduce the special guest. We got Cowboys fan talk in the building. Let's say what's up to the people. We gonna get right into this content. What's up, man? What you got?
What's going on with y'all, man? Thank y'all for having me.
Oh yeah, man. So first, like, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on, I guess, because we never really did a show together. What's your general thoughts so far of what you seeing with training camp? And then what's your thoughts on Dak and whatever else you want to talk about? Then we go get into the content.
All right, I mean, cool. First and foremost, like I said, thank y'all for having me on. My thoughts with the team right now, I'm liking the confidence that seems like is coming out of our young players. If it's from Micah to Boss Man to Deshaun Wright, whatever, I haven't really heard anything from him like verbally, but just the way I've been seeing the defense, seeming like it's been ball hawking and swarming to the ball the last couple of days. Pass came on today. I wanted to see if there was going to be a difference in the defense, but looks like they were still aggressive today. It's hard to gauge it, of course, when we lost our QB1 for the afternoon with what is being called arm soreness, and I've also heard an arm strain. I don't know. I'm waiting for further details. I'm also waiting to see how this go over the next couple of practices because that's going to tell the tale. But I'm excited about what I'm seeing out of the team. I'm really excited about the defense, to be honest with you. I'm not as pressed about the offense because I have faith in the offense without, like, it's unwavering. So I'm not really worried about that. I just wanted to see the more unknown, which is how's this defense going to come together. And so far, you know, with everybody's shorts and helmets, everybody looked great. So today I wanted to see how everybody was going to be performing. Mm-hmm. Defense looked like they got 5 picks today, but it's 5 picks versus Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci. So we're going to have to see. That's tentative until further notice. But I'm still not like I don't have a wavering excitement, man. I'm one of them optimistic Cowboys fans, man. It's hard to move me off my spot when it comes to the team. So that's how I feel about this squad.
Angel Days is showing you love. She say, Rome in the house. Yes, sir. All right, listen. For people, like, I don't know how you don't know, but Rome killing the game. All right, so he got a fire page. He do big numbers without crazy production. You know, he keeps everything quality, simple, clean, and he give you that content daily. and we really appreciate what you do for the nation, bro. So it's an honor to actually do a show with you finally. We've been kind of, seeing each other on Twitter,
Absolutely.
and supporting each other, from a distance. But now
No
we're
question.
official now. So OC, yeah, OC.
Yo.
Look at Tyron Smith. I want to get your thoughts on this. I know everybody looking at the touchdown.
Nice.
Nah, that's my boy Big Game James film, by the way.
Yeah.
So
That was nice.
So this Big
Right
Game.
back.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's Gregory.
Oh!
What's your thoughts
Well,
Nice.
called being Thanos. You understand?
Yeah.
That's just called being Thanos. That's just called being bigger and strong. And, here's the thing: when you offense is very well from the offensive tackle position, what you can do is you can do things like that, almost a draw set. So it's a quick set because he knows that it's a catch and throw football, right? Mm-hmm. So he doesn't have to really kick and do a set on the defensive end. So he's taking that with his left foot. He knows Gregory is sack happy, and then all he's going to do is chunk him past the quarterback. So you would technique-wise, if you for somebody that's aggressive running up the field. So it was a great set and just showing his physical superior nature these days because he's looking like great.
And they say that was actually producer G's film. Whoever filmed, thank you. I'm going to give, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. See, because I love my boys out there getting content because they killing the game right now. Oh, yeah, we also got.
Shout out, Silver. I see Big Game James in the building.
What's up?
And thanks, Professor, man, for the video.
OC,
man, we appreciate you.
Go ahead and come out the stream and come back because you cutting out. It's a little technical difference. We in Rome will run until you come back. Just come right back, OC. We got you. All right, now let's talk about some stuff that's in the air, okay? All right, no, Rome's. So first things first, all right? Because we gonna talk about some stuff that's, listen, I've never worn this hat. I've never worn run the damn ball, but I'm so excited for my homie. I ain't gonna lie. My boy been rocking a message for a long time. And I want to give my man his flowers today because our head coach sound like he been listening to his streams. Let's take a listen real quick. Here we go.
The opening press conference, 4 interceptions in the practice that day, two of them to end the 2-minute drill. So that's the kind of impact, impression that he's made on us from day one.
Mike, if you had it your way at the end of the year, would you be more of a running team or a passing team?
Hold on.
I want to be.
Hold on.
Good feel for it.
Listen to the question.
He's just got to stay healthy.
Listen.
That's the only thing that he really ran into last year. But when I think of Trayvon, the last practice of I want to be a winning team, and it's 4 interceptions in the practice. I want to be a winning.
Your way at the end of the year, would you be more of a running team or a passing team?
I want to be a winning team. And
what?
It's really, I think I talked about this in the opening press conference. We need to play better complementary football. We don't. I've called plays for a lot of years in this league. It's a lot more fun to call passes than runs. But that doesn't always equate to winning. So you have to run the football. You have to be able to run the football when you want to run the football. You got to run the football when you need to run the football, and everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run the football. So that's something that we need to, is a focus for us, not only in situational football but also in normal down and distance. So, people like to throw out the word balance. I think balance is a term when you look at the end of the journey. That's when you look at the numbers. But balance is picking up for one another. week in and week out. So I mean, there's times where we may run it 40 times, and I think if you're looking for a number, and I'm not going to give you one because you're going to hold me to it all the time. But there's a number that I like to be above, just as far as when I look at the makeup of our team and how we can play complementary football, offensive, defense. So. Yeah, we don't want to drop back and throw it all day in normal down the distance. I understand the weapons we have, and that's the way to go, but especially now because the defense needs it. Obviously, run defense is the primary focus for us, so we have to train, tilted more to running the football and stopping the run in training camp because, that needs to be a strength, and it was not last year.
Fun about calling a pass.
Wait a minute. Say, OC, we gonna start with you. What's your thoughts on Mike McCarthy coming out aggressive about running the damn ball?
Mike, this is just give me a couple preseason games, and I know that you're pass happy, Mike, and I know that you can run all, but your history is this thing go 4 wides and throw this football all over the field. So of course Zeke being one of the best touches, but us being emphasized, I don't know. This is a wait and see situation for me, because we have a healthy offensive line. I like all that, but based on your history, Mike McCarthy, I don't know that I fully believe you right now. I'm just gonna believe that right now. So we can see. That's my take on it.
Okay, wrong. What you got?
Oh, well, I like Mike swag this year. You know what I'm saying? I like how he coming off in the press conferences. He definitely seeming like he's settling in to being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, which is way different than being the head coach of any other team. As far as him talking about running the ball, I do think that Mike realizes that he's going to need the running game more than he thought he needed it in Green Bay. And in Dallas, running the ball, it can be a culture. I don't think that we've ever really had any sustained success in Dallas without having a mainstay in the running game over time. So I definitely think that he's definitely going to have to give Zeke his touches. But if I know Mike, probably like what the OZ was hinting at, Mike's going to try to get creative with it. So he might give Zeke 15 to 17 carries, but he might sneak Zeke a good 4 catches or something like that, trying to make sure he knows he needs to get the ball in Zeke's hands because of the weapon he is. But it might not be the traditional way we think he's going to be getting the ball because, like he said, Mike is pass happy, and that's not going to change.
See, okay. See, it's multiple sources saying this too. This is something that's been coming out pretty much all day. Y'all listen to this.
All right, guys. This Charles Robinson stuff is pretty interesting. Mike, have you heard this yet?
I have not.
Okay, this is good. I want to hear your instant reaction to Charles Robinson talking about Mike McCarthy's offensive philosophy.
This is absolutely an underplayed storyline for the Cowboys is how much Mike McCarthy spent this offseason talking with people inside the organization, particularly an underplayed storyline for the Cowboys. An underplayed storyline for the Cowboys. An underplayed storyline for the Cowboys is how much Mike McCarthy spent this offseason talking with people inside the organization, particularly from the offensive standpoint, about how much he really wants to get back to establishing being able to run the football for the Dallas Cowboys. Like he really, from talking to this individual, they were like, look, if Dak is throwing the ball 50 times a game, we failed what Mike wanted to do. Like from talking to Mike, he's like, this is absolutely going to be a team that at the very least, if we are not run dominant, he was like, we are going to be very balanced. Mike wants a very balanced team where we are running.
Ooh-wee. So what do y'all got to say now? OC, you first, and your face say you not buying it. I'm looking at the OC's face. That's a face that it look like you not drinking the Kool-Aid. Hold on, I can't hear you.
I said I'm absolutely not.
You don't.
I actually think it. I listen. I don't buy it because old habits die. I do believe that with him, we will run the ball more this season. Do I think we'll be completely run dominant? No. I think we're a 52 ball team, 48%. That will be best. But I think that it tends to be more flip side of that we will be more 50% to 55% pass team, and then the other number being the run team based upon the weapons. This is what I do think, though. There are a lot of haven't about. I do think you'll see Ezekiel Elliott featured more in the past game. That's where I'm conscious. In addition to being take, I see him one-on-one versus linebackers. I see him taking flare routes up the sideline into the passing game. So I do predict it. But us being a run-dominant team, I don't see it right now, Cal Rome. I don't see it. Talk me off the ledge. Crazy. Could be. So talk me off the ledge. But that's what I see right now. That's what I think.
All right, so West Coast is in the building. We gonna let him argue his own point. This is so fun. I love this. All right, real quick. I just queued him up real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Where is that? All right, here. This is a question for you, Rome. All right. Has Mike ever had Zeke?
No, not even close. And even with Aaron Jones, he ain't even Zeke is a different animal. Because of the type of back he is. He's a true workhorse back. He's just different.
Okay. And OC.
But I'll tell you something.
Go ahead.
Tell you something. I'll tell you something that I got out of that second clip that you played that I didn't get out of the first just Mike McCarthy clip. If what they're saying is true, because a lot of stuff be speculation, etc. Right. But if what they're saying is true, I take it as it's a warning shot to Kellen Moore. I take it as this. Mike likes to call his own plays, and he came to Dallas. He was told that Kellen Moore is going to be calling the plays. I'm sure I wasn't privy to that conversation, but we all know how Jerry Jones give it up. So if Kellen doesn't come out, I do think that Mike wants to play. He comes from an offensive, that's his bread and butter. So Mike understands that some balance is important. I think our balance will look something like 60-40 if you want to just keep it real. I don't think it's going to be anything. 60-40 sounds like and 65-35 depending on how bad the defense is. But my point is, if Kellen gets out there and gets pass happy, because he can get pass happy, Kellen has a propensity to run the ball. He doesn't. He's predictable in his run game. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like Kellen runs the ball at the stupidest times. Like I'll be like, I know a run is coming, and the type of run that's coming. So my point is, if Mike thinks that the play calling, he'll give him, like, let's say this, he'll give him the first quarter of the season. And I'm telling you stories that start to leak out that I'm going to call some of my own plays. Because look, if I'm going to go down, if I'm the captain of the ship, I'm going to go down, and I'm letting you be the navigator, I'm going to start dropping. So I'm going to let you rock. But if Kellen get out there and it's lopsided pass, but we're struggling because of it. Of course, if we dominating and the pass is working, then this is a non-starter. But if we're struggling because he's too pass happy and he's not using Zeke properly, that's the thing. You can use Zeke, but if you're using him wrong, then I think that Mike gonna step in and start calling the plays. It might not be a national story, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Well,
I like Kellen, but Kellen is
real
young.
quick.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Like it is.
Listen. Great point, Rome. I do think that this can be a subtle warning shot. Different some of the play caller responsibilities, but I think that Mike McCarthy is a little bit too smart for that. I think he got his hand in the cookie jar. He's going to influence some. but back, okay? The highest attempts for a running back for the Packers was Ryan 2009, and the last 11, that's 282 attempts, okay? And Ryan Grant ran for almost 1,300 yards, okay? So you haven't had since Edgar Bennett get more than 300 attempts for the Green. And so in Mike's prime, I'm starting off in his. I mean, you're gonna have 11 to 1,300 yard rushers, yeah, of course. Now, but we're talking about this is dictated, guys, by how well that defense holds up. Because if you find yourself behind in balls, guess what? You're abandoning the run a lot.
Oh yeah, no question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I think 1,300 is a if Zeke gets anywhere. I'm not looking for Zeke to be Derrick Henry. We got way too much firepower. If Zeke gets around 1,300, I think Zeke would be ecstatic. Anywhere between 11 and 1,300, and he gets a chance to catch the ball for like maybe, let's just say around 300 to 400. I'm being generous. I mean, I'm being like, I don't want to get too hyped and say he's gonna catch for 600 or 700. But if Zeke can catch the ball for 300 and run for like anywhere between 11 and 1,300, I think Zeke would be like, no, I had a great season. You know, the fall off is because he was under 1,000 by like 40 yards, and everybody just.
Hold on, Rome. I cut you off. Rome, I cut you off. Give me 1 second to get you right back. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let me, while you doing it, we're to a little bit of Rome's comments, if it's okay.
No. He back.
Oh, you want me to go ahead?
Oh, he's back. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying. I feel like that would be a good season for Zeke. I feel like I don't feel like he would feel slighted in no way if he ended up with right under 300 carries and 12 to 1,300 yards. I don't feel like Zeke would be like he won't feel like a missing piece to the offense, like an afterthought, for lack of better word. You know. So, hey, if now, go ahead, yeah.
No. Just real quick, Rome, not to cut you off, but no, I think 12 to 1,400 yards is a certain Zeke in terms of his productivity, and I got him on a previous show, catching somewhere between 3 yards out of that backfield in some type of way. Is it be a part of the offense? But I think it's going to be in some different ways, particularly in mismatches in the side of the hashes or on the outside third. But don't see Zeke. They're not going to pound the ball and give Zeke 300 plus carries. That's not about. They're going to run the ball more than they did, be improved, and they will be able to. But do I see Zeke getting just an overwhelming amount of carries? Do I see him going to some odd carries? I doubt it.
OC, come out and come in with your phone, because for whatever reason, you keep cutting out. All right? Come in with your phone, and we'll do the show through your phone. It's going to work because Rome is in with his phone. He not using his computer. That's his phone. So anyway, just come into your phone. That should fix everything. All right. And I'm going to wait till you get back because, see, it's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. All right. So whenever I hit that button, I'm seeing something. All right, Rome, we waiting on the OC. So the OC, he's back. Let me make sure we got the volume. How your volume? Testing.
Test.
There it is. Hey, listen, it's always a workaround. It's always a workaround. Beautiful. But this is why because I do agree. Mike McCarthy is notorious for smoke screens. But I've been listening to the guys that's been out there. It's been a lot of play action. It's been a lot of bootlegs. It's been a lot of trench work. And we all know they don't have time to practice what they not going to do. Because when we first saw Kellen Moore, and that's what I'm telling y'all, I'm wearing my boy hat because I'm thinking it's true, man. I'm thinking Mike McCarthy is looking around the league, and he's saying, you know what? With this defense, it's going to be better for us to play clock control to keep this young defense off the field. I think he means it, especially when you look at how they're practicing. Because when Kelly Moore came here, all right, what was we hearing? What was we seeing? 11, 10 personnel. A lot. What was they saying, Rome? What was they saying? A lot of motion. They was working on what they came out with. Is that true or false? It's true as hell. You know what I mean? So now when you listen and you looking, and I'm listening to Big Game James, I'm watching West Coast lives out there. I'm looking at the plays that they're running. I'm seeing them boys working on the running game. I'm seeing them boys working on play action. I'm seeing it. So I do agree with you, OC, that Mike McCarthy is wise and he does work a lot of smoke screens. I agree with you. But you can't smoke practice. I want to get y'all thoughts on that. I'm going to start with you, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. It'd be counterproductive to be out there with. I can see trying to throw people off by working on some stuff that you might not be too focused on, but the practices are too valuable.
Right.
Padded practices. You can't. What you get, like 13 of them? You don't get a lot of padded practices to really run through.
Right.
This ain't like back in the day with 2 a days and all that extra stuff. So I agree with you on that. I also feel you just have to be stupid to look at your weaponry. Obviously, we got the receivers. Like, we got receivers after the top 3. Like, we pretty stacked. But I'm talking about to look at Zeke and then look at – you got Tony Pollard.
Right.
Tony Pollard is a weapon in himself. I call him – he's like Alvin Kamara light, But I feel like to just – you would be doing yourself a disservice to not only use Zeke, but to fight. You got to run Tony Pollard too, because he is like that change of pace to what Zeke will give you. Even though Zeke looking real quick and shifty, I just think it would be stupid to not use both of them. Maybe that's just me.
Hey, they talking real football in this chat. Look at this, OC. You got to address this because they coming at your head right now. Bishop said, we no doubt need to run it. I just don't trust Moore at all. And then 4-3 flex, he's going to come in here talking ball. This is another reason it makes sense, OC. They on your head today, boy. They said, therefore, the play action alone, Dak to ease his way back. Logical 4-3 flex with that football logic. OC, what you got to say about that, my brother?
Yeah, man. So I think that something you need to keep in mind is that Mike McCarthy mentioned that he's going to play a lot of situational football, and he's going to train a lot of situational football.
Okay.
So the play of itself means that you're coming out trying to establish the run to take pressure off the quarterback. That is true. You have one of the top 3 running backs in the league, so you should run him on first and or second down if it's second and short. However, it also lends to the fact that teams will keep on Ezekiel Elliott as they have in the past because of his superior conditioning and his burst and his strength. So you're going to use Zeke as a setup guy to get other people off on offense, because you got too many weapons just to exclusively feature Zeke most of the time. Zeke is going to get his touches. So this is what I think, guys. I think that, the first several games, the first quarter of the season, that they're going to come out and try to establish Zeke and get him going. He's quick. He's going to be fresh, right? I think as you get later into the season and midpoint to the season, you're going to see him open up and pass the football. And I think also, and this is something me and you both talked about, Boss Cowboy, and I'm going to go ahead and say it on air. Mm-hmm. Look, Zeke has lost weight. He's super quick, but it's not, to me, it's natural weight, right? He's lost a little bit too much weight. I think he's about 5 to 7 pounds under, like his real comfortable weight, but that's okay. I like that because he's going to be super quick and he's going to get off to a fast start. When you get closer to playoff time and the end of the season, Zeke will gain a little bit of this weight back, which is perfectly fine, and he's going to be the battering ram and finish off games and be super strong in December and November when we need him to be. So my stance is the same, guys, because the field got to prove this. The play caller got to prove this. The first part of the season and the preseason got to prove out if I'm wrong about this one, guys. Sorry.
Hold on real quick. My boy Studi Wood in the house, straight out of H-Town.
H-Town Studio Wood, what's up, baby?
And you know he rocking his hat H-Town style, man. Every time he coming. Hey, and Studi, the only thing me and Studi ever fought about was Byron Jones. Other than that, we always on the same page. My boy Studi would say, it's going to come down to the defense to determine the flow, pass or run. Bro, listen, this is the only reason I didn't want to wear my boy hat today. Because I want them to do what you said. I call that adaptable. Neither pass nor run. Look at that defense and say, okay, they're weak here. Because we can attack anyway. We can attack through the air or we can attack on the ground. But I still am very proud to wear this hat because I'm honestly happy to see that our voice matters. Straight up. Like, if you listen closely to those guys on the fan, they said literally today, have y'all ever heard the concept of running the ball and winning more games with Dak? They said no. And I was like, say, man, one of us have been preaching that sermon forever. And I also want to say this, because I rocked with West Coast for a long time. We did co-hosting for a year and a half. It is not easy to stand alone. It is not easy to come up with ideas that's against what everybody else wants. You looking at CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, and you looking at Gallup, and you looking at West Coast over here talking about run the damn ball. So I'm just happy that we got podcasters like my boy that's willing to put his nuts on the line for what he believe in, just like us, because we the same way. This is a shout out to the whole community, and I appreciate all of us, especially those who put their nuts on the line for what they believe. I just want to preach that for a second. What's y'all thoughts just in general as we conclude this? Oh, we're not even finished. Let's keep going. Check this out. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let LC go. I got to drop off in 2 seconds. I'm going to jump back in 2 seconds, all right?
Oh, I got you. Okay. So, yeah, come on back. And whenever you come on back, I'll see you, Ron. All right. OC, we got you.
Yeah, man, listen. And, you know, I've got a chance to, you know, have the pleasure to be on West Coast and rock with them a little bit on a few shows. And, look, I know West Coast's mindset about that and about the Dallas Cowboys historically have been most successful when they ran the football.
Facts.
And, you know, history does not lie. And West Coast is right about that. But this is what I'm saying. I got to look at the coach. I got to look at also the personnel. We had a personnel to run it. So here's the deal. If you really just look at this thing and I try to be even in my analysis, okay? So this is my even-minded approach. You have the personnel right now to be able to effectively run or throw the football.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got the personnel to do both, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not a favorite of either or. I'm a favorite because I'm an offensive coordinator. I coach a couple different teams. Look, I'm in favor of winning the game. I'm in favor of doing what I can do to exploit matchups and exploit the other team's weaknesses. That's what I'm in favor of doing. If that lends to running the ball, then let's run it. If that lends to passing the ball and we can do it, let's do it. So this is all to Mike McCarthy's point, and I think this is the greatest point that he made. One of the key points he made in his first press conference is situational football. The situation will determine what we need to do and how we execute. And so you can come in with a base package, but again, we know these things are adaptable. Do what you need to do to win football games. That's my point.
Love it. I want you to address this too. Also, people in the chat, real quick question. Which angle is better, the OC's original angle or this angle? I actually like this angle more. I like this angle. I think it's a cleaner angle for the show. That's just my opinion. Y'all put out there which angle was better, the first shot of the OC or this new angle shot. I like this one. I think it's a better view of your whole set. Anyway, all right. Bishop Douglas said, cool, LOL. I'm going to put mine out there and say, I don't trust more, LOL. And see, that's what Rome was saying, to Rome's point. You know what I mean? And I think it's some truth to that. I want you to talk about that, OC. When they bring in McAdoo, when they start talking about, you know, that we need to be balanced, and you start hearing that, those are low key, in my opinion. I'm being real.
Yeah, man.
That's pointing. That's pointing at killing.
Yeah, and it's also hedging your risk if something goes bad or if this man gets another job, okay? So that's what I think, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I mean, we know that we can point to when Ben DiNucci played versus Philadelphia and they just threw the crap out of the ball unnecessarily, right? We can point to that.
Yes.
But, however, you also have the first 4 games that Dak Prescott was healthy and your defense was taken advantage of, like somebody getting robbed when they drunk or something. You know, so he adapted the game plan, opened up the offense, and we proved we had the quarterback to perform. So do I trust Kellen Moore? I don't know. I think that his body of work yet is not enough for me to tell you if I trust him or not. But I'll tell you, halfway through this season, I'll be to tell you clearly if I trust him or not. But however, you're the head coach, Mike McCarthy. You're the offensive mind, McCarthy. You won a Super Bowl, McCarthy. I mean, don't you have veto right? Don't you have carte blanche if something is wrong with the play calling? So you can't placate to the crowd and play by just bringing in somebody else if it's a subtle point at somebody. And I don't know that it is. I think he's insulated himself against risk. That's what I really think. And get more feedback, right? So if you're the head coach, right, and we know that, as they say, stuff flows downhill, and we know what that stuff is. You understand? But at the end of the day, you're the head coach.
What you got wrong?
No, I look, when he bringing up just how Kellen can get lopsided with the way he calls plays, I agree. There's a couple games last year I feel like we left it. I know he was only 6 wins, but we might have left 2 wins on the table with the right balance of play calling. But I will say this: sometimes I forget that they might have been calling those plays lopsided because of how bad our offensive line was.
Right.
Correct.
And
correct.
And so like that certain games. Yeah, if our offensive line was intact, we'd just like, look, we Zeke down your throat, but when the offense looking at Terrence Steele and McKnight, and you like, man, and then when Zach gets hurt, you like, look, I'ma just, well, I guess they was just freestyling because it didn't look like sometimes they had a real offensive structure, but when you don't got your quarterback, obviously, but when you really don't got that line, which is the thing that makes that car go, you like, I got to get the ball out quick. You got Andy Dalton, who really looked like he couldn't read plays anymore, but that's a whole other story for another day. Yeah, he was holding the ball way too long in some time. But when you're looking at that O-line, and prime example, if we had the proper O-line, we'd have won the last game. We'd have made the playoffs because.
Oh, Rome, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, my fault.
No, that's my fault. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, I just think we would have ran over the Giants if we had the proper O-line, obviously. But we dealt with so many injuries, we had to deal with what we had. So I agree with the OC. He's right. He is right.
You know what I'm saying, Rome? Listen, I'm going to jump in. I'm just going to say the truth is, we threw the ball so much because we had to. Okay?
Oh, hold on, OC. Hold on real quick.
You hit 15 more buttons, because I'm going to tell the truth. Here's the deal. When we were inside the 10-yard line, we couldn't get a first down inside of the 10, okay? Our guards and centers and backup tackles, God bless their hearts. They're third and fourth options. They're getting blown up. They're getting pushed back. You cannot throw the football. We're in the middle of the field. We're in the plus 50 going in. It's 3rd and 2. No, I'm sorry. One game against Cincinnati, it was 2nd and 3.
We can't rely on us to get 2 yards.
Right. What? Okay, 2nd and 3. What do? We threw a screen. We threw a 2 route. We threw a slant one other time. What does that say?
You know what they was doing? Or they do them silly end arounds.
Right. Right.
Try to do a jet sweep with CD because we can't get 2 yards off tackle.
Exactly. So you know what?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Boss Cowboy, as I sit here and I think more about Kellen Moore, I'm liking Kellen Moore more and more.
What?
Because he saw the situation, not a situation, a situation. And it was a
God!
I don't know would not be able to run this.
God, please, no!
Kellen Moore said, you know what? Do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna throw this football so we can try to win some football games. That's what Kellen Moore did.
Yeah, I think he probably wanted to, because I mean you still got Zeke.
I'm liking
but
this.
When you really, whoever kept co-signing Terrence Steele is the problem with this team, or was the problem?
Wait a minute.
If it was, they just kept forcing it. You could have, they knew they messed up because all of a sudden it's like we're gonna just go ahead and put Zach in tackle. I know. I know y'all are.
Say, OC,
They
you
got
got some love on that.
the wall, and y'all know the definition of insanity. You can't just run the same thing. You can try it once or twice, then you got to regroup.
I'm gonna love this debate to the day that hey, OC, you getting love, boy. Ooh, I'm glad. Listen, I'm so glad. Ooh, I'm glad I did not hit that button. I would have took an L. Ooh, wee. They are riding for you, OC. The chat lit up when you was talking, my man. They lit up. And I think you and Rome just made a damn good point. It was so dysfunctional in terms of our injuries. Our best weapons was the perimeter guys. You cannot throw that away. You cannot. So, the
Hey,
people.
boss, let me ask you a question.
Hold on real quick. I want to make one point, and then you got it. Check this out. The people that's been running the damn ball, this is y'all day to celebrate. The people that's for adaptable or pass the ball, chill out for at least one day. Because this third day, go ahead, Ron. What you got?
Nah, boss, what would you have done if when you putting a game plan together?
Yeah.
And you look at that pass film, and we 3-4 games in with Dalton.
I like
what
that.
What you gonna do?
I like that. You gonna throw
you
it on your boy boss.
I don't know if I can just because
I gotta answer my own question though. You can't ask no question then answer for me now. You can't do that.
You right. You take it. My fault.
All right. So if you gonna ask me how would I have led this team? I would have probably ran schemes like Kellen, to be all the way honest. More so because, let's be honest, on the floor of the game. Come on, let's come on now. Y'all know I drink measured Kool-Aid. So this the deal. Just keep it real. Remember, early, Zeke was putting that ball on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So, and early, we was getting behind. So, we saw epic success. We saw epic success through the air. How does that not give you artificial confidence to continue that when that was the only thing that was looking good?
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a
I left them fumbles out.
debate.
Right. I left them fumbles out.
I don't care. Like, I'm rocking the run the ball, like out of homage for my brother and out of homage for all the guys who've been, because I love to see our ideas get in the building. You know what I mean? I love to see when Pitts took off. That took off from BJ and them and Tuck. They started that Pitts train in September. It was unstoppable by January. So when we say your voice matters, bro.
Look, I'm going to give you guys two quick things, man. And we hadn't talked about this yet, but here's the thing. And I'm going to give one historical example.
Don't be smelling yourself too, OC.
No. I don't smell myself. I feel good, Boss Cowboy. I know I smell. So look, here's the deal, bro. Look, you remember, because you guys are football heads, you remember the Super Bowl when the Patriots played against the Seahawks, okay?
Yeah.
When they played against the Seahawks, it was no way they could one-on-one block that front for Seattle, okay? They couldn't do it. So what did they do the whole game? It was short passing game. That's how they stayed in that. It was short, quick passing. It was the same concept that Kellen Moore employed to try to win some football games. It was a short, quick passing attack. It was not hold the ball long so you can't hit us and sack us, because we know that your athletes are better than ours. Number two.
Way better.
Have you guys ever been poor, right? Some of us have been poor. Some of us have been po, right? I've been po. P-O. Couldn't afford the oil, right? And so my mom wanted to make cornbread, but we didn't have no milk. We had one egg. We didn't have milk, cornbread. So what do? You use some water. Now, it don't come out exactly as good, but it's kind of still like cornbread. Have you ever had some cereal and you was hungry, was nothing else to eat, and you ran out of milk or you just had a little bit of milk? What do you do with the milk? You know, you put a little water in the milk. You dilute the milk. Now, it's not nearly as quality of a product, but it kind of does the job. You're trying to do patchwork. And that's what Kellen Moore was doing with this offense. He didn't have all the ingredients. He didn't have everything he needed. So now he's doing patchwork to try to make something suitable to survive on. And that's what happened, guys. That's what happened last year.
Sound like excuses to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Sound like a bunch of. Listen, hey, I think we need to set up a part two. We gotta do a part two. Part two. West Coast versus the OC, running the damn ball versus passing. I gotta see that. I'ma sit
comments for that.
back. Oh man, you can come back too, Rome. We gonna be you gonna be in the house when we do that if you want to, my brother. Or Marv, I gotta see boys fight this out. Cause see, the chat is rocking with you, OC. I mean, I see 1,000 people saying the OC is spitting. I'm seeing a lot of people rocking with you, but we got to settle this. We got to settle this. I'm sick. You hear me hyping it? You hear me hyping it, Wrong?
Look, you can't deny he making real points. He had to make. I just don't know if y'all know football, although it's strategy, but it's politics. It is politics. And in that locker room and in that front office, did Kellen Moore get any bonus points for making it, or do they not care? Because sometimes I don't care if you're doing the right thing. The politics will make you still lose. Ooh. So is Mike McCarthy like, I see you make things work, but I don't care. If you come out tripping, I'm taking my play calling back.
Hold on real quick. OC, oh man, this going to be a fire debate. He got a super chat talking about OC keeps spitting that. Ooh, you know what I think going on? I think some of y'all just want.
Look, if y'all like the content, man, please support us on the super chat, man. Do not forget to do that. It helps us to produce these shows, man, and bring great guests on like Rome, man. We appreciate you guys, so thank you.
You know,
absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna call West Coast. I'm gonna say if you down for it, it's some people that want to box you on this idea. Let's get that. Let's get that going. I know you down, you know. Hey, but. You know, I miss the W when it comes to the debates. Nobody debates me because everybody loses. Everybody knows that, too. Don't debate me because you're going to take an L. Everybody. You too, Rome. I'm talking to you, homeboy. Now,
hey,
listen.
Look, I'm the worst person to debate because I ain't got a problem with being wrong. So
yeah, there you go. That's the best person to debate, actually, because that means you down for what's smart. Let's go through a little bit more of his interview real quick. Here we go. Before we do that, I'm going to ask a question. Now, everybody share, because we finna get into a little bit more. I'm going to ask y'all a question. This is trivia. Hold on, BJ, don't you come in here with that BS. My boy BJ coming to me, oh, word, come on now, boss. Man, listen, I'm not going to expose you right now, boy. You know I'm the debate king up in here. And we got another super chat from Marv. He said $5. Put a comment in there. We go address it real quick, Marv. But check this. I got a trivia question. This is for you, Rome. This is for you, OC. This should be easy, too. This is going to be so easy. All right, trivia. Who's the biggest S-talker in training camp, Dez or Witten? All right? That's a simple question. We go ask both of you. And I want y'all to put it in the chat. Who was the biggest S-talker? I'm not going to curse. Oh, no. Professor O. Professor O, listen, Professor, whenever you ready. He talking about Professor O versus, man, you don't want that. I'll dunk all over you. Stop it. Anyway, So who was the biggest S talker, man? We go come back to that. So first, Rome, we gotta hear from you. Dez or Witten?
I feel like it's a trick question. Because we know Dez is more boisterous, but that don't mean nothing. You know, trash talking ain't always got to be loud. You know, so I'm gonna just roll with my gut because I don't know. I'm gonna just roll with Dez because I feel like it's a trick question. I'm outthinking the room, so you might know something I don't know. So I'm gonna just roll with Dez.
Okay. And OC?
Yeah, I really hate these type of questions because you're withholding information that
It's loaded. It's a loaded.
Oh, yeah.
It's setting yourself up to look like the smartest man in the room and be right. Okay, I hate this.
Man.
Kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with my gut, and I'm gonna say it's Witten because Witten politicked his way to probably 4 years longer than he should have been a Cowboy. Although he's a Hall of Fame, he's a great player. Much respect to him, but man, he politicked his way, fighting against traffic, talking to the Joneses, going on vacations, doing whatever he had to do to make sure he was numero uno, even when he ran a 5.3. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Schultz probably should have been in there, but Witten kept politics.
All right, let's look at the chat just real quick. This is all right. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like on this too, because this is you know, this is some good trivia. Because this is a good question too. This is not an easy one because both of them were some dogs, man. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't think Mr. Good Boy Witten was all that. But come on, we got Dez versus Witten. All right. We got a $10 super chat from Rika, and I got your name right. I know I did. She said,
Rika,
what
chains?
This is what she said. She always coming in with so crazy. She said, what kind of anarchy is happening in here tonight? Why would you identify as run first? Hey, I'm liking this. Why would you identify as run first team or an air it out team when you have weapons that can do both? And why is Boss wearing a tacky hat? Stop it. No, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain clearly why. Because, and we going to come back to that question, all right? Because we seeing a mix. We seeing a mix of Witten. We seeing a mix of Dez, all right?
Well, it's the old quarterback coach. I mean, if the ball's in the air, you know, so, I mean, there's times where we may run it 40 times, and, you know, I think if you're looking for a number, and I'm not going to give you one because you're going to hold me to it all the time. But there's a number that I like to be above, just as far as when I look at the makeup of our team and how we can play complementary football, offensive, defense. So, yeah, we don't want to drop back and throw it all day and normal down the distance. I understand the weapons we have, and that's the way to go. But especially now, because the defense needs it. Obviously, run defense is the primary focus for us. So we have to train, you know, tilted more to running the football and stopping the run in training camp because, you know, that needs to be a strength, and it was not last year.
What's fun about calling a pass?
Well, it's the old quarterback coach. I mean, if the ball's in the air, you know, everybody says, you know, 3 things happen and 2 of them are negative. I don't look at it that way. I think it's just more fun. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
there you go.
They sound better too. They're longer calls, you know, more sexy verbiage, you know, so.
That number that you don't want to share, is that on an individual game, or is that over the course of a season that when you look back, you want the number to be at that?
Well, I think that's part of your game plan. You know, I think there's, I mean, if you want to draw.
Hold on, man.
Himself, Boss Cowboy. That's what I'm saying.
I'm starting to kind of rock with you on this, OC.
Because now, when you start mentioning throwing the ball, you see the smile and the grin.
No.
You see the grin.
See,
what's in them?
This is why I'm rocking with you, OC, and moving the change to a degree. McCarthy don't tell you what he doing.
Never.
He never does.
That's his bag, though. That is his bag.
He smoke screen, bro. Nah, I'm with you, OC. I'm with you. This is yeah, cause he's singing, bro. McCarthy never sings. He never tells. He's a smoke screener. I think you own or something. This also, I think, to Rome point, a shot at Kellen Moore. The more I listen to it,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Rome. I think you hit something with that. I think these are Low key. I think these are low key. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the politics of the game. It's the politics.
Yeah. Yeah. And you saying
because who Kellamore got Jerry? Kellamore got Jerry's ear, obviously. But Mike's just making sure that he got Jerry's ear too. So he's saying the right thing.
Rome, I'm gonna make a guess. You good at your job. I can tell you. Yeah, you good. You know how to maneuver with those politics. I see you, my boy. I see you. You know how to maneuver. You see it quick. What's your thoughts on that, OC?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely perfect what Rome is saying because he knows that Kellen Moore is a favorite son because Kellen Moore was the only holdover from the Jason Garrett regime. And so he knew strategically, and this is what he should do being the head coach of the team, by the way. I don't fault him. Is that he's leveraging his risk, right? He's insulated himself. I'm bringing in my friend, Ben McAdoo. So if something goes wrong, or I can get him to side with me on a discussion, right? So it's 2 out of 3 if we don't like something to go down. And we'll say, look, I have another experienced coach, guys. I tried to be fair balance, guys. Balance to me so that I keep my job and I look good. So if this thing goes sideways, guys, I went with your guy. I tried it, guys. It didn't work, guys. I tried to promote her, guys. It didn't work. She doesn't do everything I need her to do.
Oh, my.
I have angst and I have leverage to get you out of this building, or even worse, to make you be the bad red-headed stepchild which gets blamed for everything. So if this season goes bad or this offense is not producing after we paid back $160 million, now I have a diversion, and I'm setting you up as that diversion.
All right, hold on real quick.
3. There you go.
JR said, I think we having technical difficulties with the super chats. We always got plan Bs. So if anybody trying to donate to the channel, just go on, open up your Cash App, and you can do it that way. Okay, we got people that do it both ways, so we appreciate that, JR. So in the meantime, go ahead and put your comment, and we go address it first because we know you're trying to donate to the channel, so we gonna obviously make you a priority.
And don't forget to follow Cowboys Fan Talk as well, man. If you're in the building, man, Rome doing some great work over there. Please give him a like. So make sure you show him some love when he go on as well. All right.
Yeah, Rome killing the game. One more nice plug for my boy. Man, that boy got a fire channel. Fire channel, man. I'm talking about, and he doing something about every day. It's like daily content that he go feed you. You know what I mean? He go do it real cool.
When it come to mine, I just jump in there. I'm gonna work on the other part when I buy this crib. But right now, you're gonna get it when it come to mine. I'm just gonna jump in there and give it to you.
Right. Yeah, and look at your numbers, man. 3,000 on the video today. 3,000 on the video yesterday. 2,005. Man, come on, boy. Y'all better recognize this dude pull up on the phone and.
Oh no, yeah, I'll jump in on the phone. Because your best ideas when they come to you, man, don't let them leave you. Just get it out there.
Yeah, man. Now you killing on the.
I gotta. Hey, to OC's point. Before we get Kellen Moore, the politics of football is crazy. So you made some amazing points. There's a wild card though. His name is Dan Quinn. I'm telling y'all, with everything that's going on, Dan Quinn did something right because I saw that draft and that wasn't no accident. So he got somebody's ear. But I think Dan Quinn might have Steven's ear more than Jerry's.
Man, I tell you what, me and
football politics is crazy. I'm telling you.
Listen, we said it on draft day. If you guys go back and look at the video that we did with Skywalker Steel, shout out to Skywalker Steel, we said that Dan Quinn, me and Boss Cowboy, I believe we both said this, Boss Cowboy, that this was a Dan Quinn type draft. This was the Dan Quinn draft. Quinn had his way on getting the pieces that he wanted. Dan Quinn also, I talked about this a show or two ago, he is a heck of an interviewer. He's a great interviewer. So all that head coach experience, right? He brings that to the defensive coordinator experience. So he politics, he says the right things, he positions himself, and we even talked about just
positioning himself.
Right. He's positioned himself because we talked about this several shows ago in Rome. Since you're on the show, I want to get your thoughts about this. If things get complicated and go sideways, I see that it could be a power struggle in between three guys that were all head coaches. And so I think that this could get messy if we don't get off to a good start. But that's just my prediction, Rome, about this season based on the personalities and the positioning.
Oh, Rome, hold on. I think I muted him. Hold on. Go ahead, Rome. Go ahead.
If the defense continues to be, continues, I'm speaking into existence. If the defense begins to be a strength of this team, the offense is already a strength. And he comes in pretty much in one offseason, turning our defense around. He got the heart of the locker room. The defensive players love Dan Quinn.
Oh,
I'm telling y'all right now, if McCarthy thing looking like, if it looks like the defense is a strength and the offense is confused, hey, next offseason might get funky.
Ooh, man, yeah.
100%, Rome, because we've also heard rumblings all over DFW about the personality and the strength of leadership that needs to be better or needs to be even different by some analysts' opinion with a Mike McCarthy, that he's too soft-spoken and not as an aggressive type leader. So to your point, this thing could get extremely funky if certain things go down, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, and I like Mike. I don't dislike Mike, but by no means. I just feel like this is the best way I put it. I'll be quick. Y'all heard that they obviously think that safety was a position of concern. So we signed Malik Hooker, right? It's funny to me that when they signed Malik Hooker, KZ get a pick 6 in practice.
Right.
It's something about when the right person walk in there, you like, hold up.
Oh yeah,
this is my job. Why you bring him in here? So I'm telling you, you bring Quinn in, a proven head coach, and Mike that people got poker faces, but Mike and Keller like, oh, so y'all loving Dan Quinn. Everybody love Dan Quinn. And then you start getting on your P's and Q's a little bit better. I like it because competition breeds success. So if everybody in that organization looking on their shoulder, that means everybody gonna be pressing towards the right goal. You know what I'm saying? We need people focused. You can't rest on your laurels no more. So I like it. I like that Mike McCarthy got to be like, if I'm slipping, they might give my job to they might. So get it together.
Look how fast Kazi was running on that. It looked like Kazi was running for his life when he called. Gotta get home. I gotta get home. Look at, oh, it's my chance. I gotta get home.
Hey, no. Listen, it's something else that. Hold on, I got Rome. I accidentally muted you. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go.
Listen, what else do y'all notice and it's not good?
Uh-oh.
I want y'all to peep it. I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds.
You see that Dak threw that interception. He running them down and he slow down. He pull up at the end.
All right, you close because you said running.
Yeah, he pull up at the end.
Look at Anthony Brown.
Loafing.
Look at everybody else on the field and look at Anthony Brown.
Loafing.
Dak is running. Zeke is gone. Simi Fiyoko is gone. He takes off. Anthony Brown with the finger in the air. Go ahead.
But see, that's a big problem because you could be
Loafing.
the block. You could be the block. I know you think I'm out of the play. That's the problem with Dallas. You could be the block.
You could be the block.
You got the Dallas mentality. Y'all saw DK Metcalf run down Buda Baker.
Man, can you preach? Can you keep preaching, please?
Now, I know he got the athleticism to do it.
No.
But you got to have the mentality to do it. You got to be like, nah, I'm going to get it.
See?
Don't make me bring up Xavier Woods because I'm going to start preaching because it's reasons why I'm happy a lot of them players is gone.
Ooh, and see, it didn't get past me. Everybody looking at the pick. Look around. Everybody took off but him.
They might give him a pass because it's practice, but
man, I ain't trying to hear that.
I like the way you think.
Exactly. My boy West Coast went off today because them backup quarterbacks was looking bad. And somebody was like, oh, this is preseason. He was like, so?
That's my point. I said, look, they're not going to bring nobody in that Dak got to look over his shoulder. My point is, when you see a weakness on your team, don't ignore it.
Right.
So, look, I like Garrett's story.
Yeah.
And, Ben DiNucci was a fun week to lie to myself, trying to talk myself into a win. But reality of the situation is, I give you this. I've said this on my channel. I'm not sure if y'all ever been there. I call Stephen Jones Dollar General Jones.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is season. Dollar General Jones gets busy, not in the draft. That's Will McClay. He's low key in free agency, but the time of year when you can get a veteran for cheap, that's when Stephen Jones like Michael Jordan. I'm telling y'all right now, he gonna find another veteran backup quarterback. Mark my words. Somebody gonna get cut. Something gonna happen, and Stephen gonna be right there because this is time of year. He get busy in that little pocket between training camp and the start of the season. Y'all saw the pickups he did last year. Dollar General Jones.
But y'all better. No, listen. I'm not gonna even get you. No, you ain't gonna get me started on that. That's a trap. No, I'm not falling for that. But I want to address this blasphemy because you said you acting like you want me, Professor. If you want me, you a stream away, homeboy. You can get on here and get the boxing gloves whenever you want. I will put it on you, homeboy.
Y'all gonna be going fact for fact.
He gonna try. He gonna try. See, because I already see his weakness. I ain't gonna even tell him his weakness, but I see it real clear. I see it weak because he said, "Boss, also look at the sideline. Everyone is hyped except Hooker." Man, listen, man. Let me tell you about Hooker, man. Hooker is cool, bro. Look at that walk. He just a cool dude. Hold on, bro. I accidentally muted you. Sometimes I hit these buttons and turn you off. But go ahead.
Y'all good. I said he made for Dallas. You see his Diddy bop.
Man, you see him, man. He just smooth, bro. Some dudes, Taco was like that. Some dudes just cool, man.
I was just good.
He low key.
I was hoping that players ain't shut him. Like the players look excited. That's what made me happy.
Yeah, and they dapping him up. They showing him love, but look at him. He just cool, man. He not hating on the pick. And then also, let's keep it 100. He know he dare to take that dude job. You ain't finna be churn.
Let me tell you something though. KZ need to play hard. Look, I love Donovan. But nobody in that safety room got a big contract. Ain't nobody safe.
My boy say pull up the clip. I'm gonna pull it up.
Because it'll look up, it'll be KZ and Hooker on the field. Nobody's safe.
Man, and Professor, you low key kind of hyping this. It's some other cats that ain't really doing too much. Look, Israel ain't jump up. Why Israel ain't jump up and start cheering? Because both of them play free safety. Come on, let's keep it real now. Let's be all the way honest. It don't work like that when you competing against them guys, man. You're not going to be cheering for this dude to take your job. It don't work like that. And you wasn't like that when you played at Blend. You're not going to do that today, Professor. OC, was you like that?
Absolutely not. I mean, I didn't jump up when the guy in front of me got a pancake. Yes, you killed him. Yes, I'm so happy. I wasn't hating on him, but I'm just neutral. I just was looking. I was like, oh, okay, he made a good play. I mean, this is business, man. These are grown men. These are not cheerleaders, man. This ain't high school football, man. Come on now.
Exactly, man. That's how I see it, man. Nah, he not going to be cheering. See, and that's where Professor O, don't come in here with them favorites. I'm going to dunk you, bro. And I love you. I'm going to dunk you. Get out of here. Because I think you got a little love affair with Kazi. I think that's what's going on. I'm seeing a little bit of a love affair, but we gonna talk about that.
You know what, Boss Cowboy? I mean, I want to see Professor on now because, I mean, you talking big noise. I mean, I like to see the man have a chance to speak for himself, Boss Cowboy. I mean,
he invited.
You got the mic.
So you gotta let O get on here. I'm in there.
You need to bring him on here and let's see if you can back up all those things you saying, Boss Cowboy.
I'm all the way with that. So just let me know the time and place. You know what I mean? Hey,
Professor, it's on you now, baby.
It's on you now, man. It's all right. Listen, all right. Do y'all want to cover one more topic, or do y'all got to take a nap?
Go ahead, man. Let's go.
You sure?
Let's rock.
Let's rock
one more.
I love it. I got one more good one. This is a good one too. This is something nobody talking about too. All right. So I'm gonna say this real quick. All the podcasters that's out there in training camp, can we get some trench work? Can we get some trench work? I want to hear about them trenches now. We know about CeeDee Lamb, we know about Dak, and we know about the interceptions. Can somebody start talking about the trenches? Can somebody focus in?
Vach gave some.
Of course, that's Vach.
Vach was talking about just like the stature of a lot of people. He said Neville. He said Osa and Neville. He said Osa and Neville are big dudes, obviously, but he said it's crazy that Osa's the same size as Neville after Neville had a full offseason. So he said he can't wait to see what Osa gonna look like next year.
No. And I'm with that. I'm saying
you just talking about like the actual what's going on.
The pads. You know what I mean?
You right.
The pads, bro. Like we talking about what happened when they put the pads on. Like everybody was looking at CeeDee Lamb. I was looking at Randy Gregory and how he just got thrown. That's what I'm looking at. You know, I really do want my boys to focus in on the trenches, and it's not hating on them. I'm just saying, like, I really do. While y'all out there, give us that work because they got the. Go ahead.
Run the playback, boss cow, because you missed something key. You also saw Conor McGovern get beat like a drum on that play as well, and stand there. You also next to the left tackle, but that's just me because I got good eyes, man. You also see him get beat like a drum. Whoop whoop, he's beat.
He get beat by Trump.
He got beat. It was a 3-step drive, bro. He opened up his hips, man. He got beat.
But like a drum?
He got beat, homie. He got beat. He wasn't moving his feet. He wasn't covering up his guy. Guards don't have the same luxury as tackles, man. You can't let a guy slide by your outside shoulder if you're playing guard, especially if you're playing left guard. You got to cover him all the way up, man. So I don't like what I saw there, but that's just me analyzing.
Why McGovern ain't starting now?
Boy, you in trouble. Why you do that? Why you do that? Both of y'all keyed it up for me. The next point.
You
Watch
like
this.
North, I like to see some real.
What about Connor Williams? How does McGovern look? Because obviously he's got to get some reps too.
I mean, Connor McGovern, coming out of last year was clearly our most improved offensive lineman, and so I think this is when guys start to will start to separate themselves.
A lot about Connor Williams. How does McGovern look? Because obviously he's got to get some reps too.
I mean, Connor McGovern, coming out of last year was clearly our most improved offensive lineman. And
did y'all hear that?
If I recall, graded out probably as high or the highest. So just love the way he came on last year, and that's what you're looking for. So we feel like we have an excellent rotation inside. Connor Williams is doing a good job in his center reps. Tyler's really taking command of it too from the declaration standpoint and the things we're asking him to do. So, but Connor McGovern's, he's made a big move. I'm very, very pleased the way Connor has picked it up.
Well. If you go back and you look at Boss Cowboy Sports, I dropped a video and I talked about this very thing, Boss Cowboy.
What you talk about? Because I thought you was just hating on my dog.
Oh, I wasn't hating. I was telling what I saw, Boss Cowboy, and I was telling you that if McGovern came out here and took care of his business because he's much more of a power player than Connor Williams is, that he would have a chance to get that left guard position. So we might I said that, Boss Cowboy, over a week ago. All right, so he is not at that job if he comes out here and takes care of his business. So wop yourself, Boss Cowboy. Go ahead, Ron.
What is McGovern's better in the run, and Williams is better in the pass? Is that you think that's true?
Well, I would say Connor Williams is more experienced. All right, but listening to Mike McCarthy, he's clearly saying he made the biggest jump and he graded the highest.
And so he should have.
But I'll tell you this though. Oh, I was gonna say Connor's gonna look different when you got Ty and a competent center on your right side. You look different than when it's just you. When you look up, you the best lineman. If Connor Williams is your best lineman, your line is trash.
Right.
But if he's your 5th best lineman, you good. So,
No, you not.
You don't want him out there at all?
No.
Talk to us, boss. I'm gonna give you a chance to speak before I take over. I'm gonna give you a chance, okay? Because I'm about to take over.
You ain't. No, you should be quiet right now. You should.
No, God!
Say substance, boss Cowboy.
No,
Say something.
God, please, no! 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 No!
I think. Look, I ain't the biggest Connor Williams fan. It's just, I mean, they're gonna have 5 All Pros. That's hard. So if you got one Connor Williams, you all right.
See. Listen, y'all listen to C. C is in the house. C, talk to them. I'm not going to see you talk to him. I'm not going to talk to him. The biggest jump should be started. C, can you talk to him? I'm not talking to him, man. I'm not talking to either one of them. I'm not talking to the OC or Rome right now. You talk to them. You set them straight. Can the chat listen? The chat is trying to tell y'all. And the question is, are y'all gonna listen? Look at that. Look,
I can't see the
Hey, actions speak louder than words. Who's working on multiple positions on the line? Who they trust more? They trust Williams.
Oh man.
They trust Williams more. They got Williams doing reps at center. They trust Williams more than McGovern.
I can't do it. I'm not gonna let y'all do it. OC and Rome. I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna even do it with y'all today.
I'm telling you, they trust him more. They do.
And I believe that they do trust him more, but that that's not saying everything because they trust Anthony Brown more than Lewis, and that's illogical, right?
Yeah, Lewis balls. You right.
Yeah, so it's one of those
That's
things.
That's gonna be short lived though. Anthony Brown better. Hey, look.
Yeah, yeah, he better. He better. Yeah,
better get together because
I usually and I don't fight guests, bro. I don't. Usually I don't. Just know whenever we debate, it's in good spirit. It's just fun, bro. Just,
hey man, I get it. It's all
right,
good.
cool. Okay, cool. Because some people don't like that. They get a little offended. They get a little sensitive. You know what I mean? Nah, it's and
it ain't even that deep. It's just sports.
Cool.
It ain't
I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. Hold on real quick. But the chat, they'll get you on this one. OC. Don't fight me on this one, bro. You gonna take a L. Don't. Like, this is not the one. You did good on Kellen Moore. They rocked with you on that. But McGovern has done nothing wrong. Like, look at all the major pass rush teams that he played. You didn't hear a peep. Now, is he super quality? No. But is he quality? Yes. And would I take him over Williams? Yes.
Okay.
I said earlier, boss, I ain't fighting you on this. You feeding into my point, Boss Cowboy. You feeding into my point in a video that we dropped on Boss Cowboy Sports. I said that if Connor McGovern came out here and took care of his business, I see him as pushing Williams. Now, because of the politics of this thing, will they award him with the starting position? I don't think they would unless Connor McGovern came out and stunk it up for a couple games. Then they go look at him. They go say, okay, man, look, here's your chance. Get in there. But I'm telling you, as a power player at the point of attack, and when you play next to 2 potential All-Pros, and I think Batty has in the next year or 2, he'll be an All-Pro type center.
Me too.
I think he's actually, all right? But this is what I think. I think that you can afford to power set people. You can short set people. You don't have to float back and let people bull rush you and carry you to the quarterback like Connor Williams does. And that's the element of Connor Williams' game that I really, really love. And I think he's strong at the point of attack. And I'm going to take that.
Gotcha. All right. So listen, y'all, man, we've been rocking for a real long time, man. Do y'all have any final words on? No, before we do all of that, listen, we still got to answer the question. All right. Who's the biggest S talker? We ain't answered that yet, have we? All right. Y'all go ahead and put that in right now. We got to settle it. All right, we getting ready to settle it right now. Here we go.
5 years ago, Mickey, I was surprised that Jason Witten might be a bigger S-talker on the field than Des Bryant, and I would have never guessed that until being up close at practice. I know last year you weren't able to do that, so being up close at practice. I know last year you talker on the field than Des Bryant. And I would have never that Jason Witten might be a bigger S talker on the field than Des Bryant. And I would have never guessed that until being up close at practice. I know last year you weren't able to do that, so you weren't able to really get close to CeeDee Lamb. I was
sorry, Rome. You said Des.
No, but I got to retort to that though.
Okay, what's your retort?
Easy.
We would like
it's
to hear
easy.
It. We
It's
would like
just
to hear
paying
it.
attention.
Okay.
What he said was, I was interested to know that Jason Witten might, underline might, which means it's not definitive.
Oh, that's a cheap one there, man. You no.
Hey, you gotta pay attention to what
We're not
people
gonna
say.
let you. We're not gonna let you get away with that one, bro. No. You can't get away with that one. See, because you know the media do that. They always throw in some words to protect themselves. But see, you got to listen to them, though. No,
they tricky.
Yeah, that's right. They always throw some words to where they give themselves rooms to wiggle out of it. So throw in a couple of maybes, throw in a couple of he could be, but we know what you're really saying. Because if you listen to the full context of what he said, because I wouldn't have believed it unless I saw it. So that little old maybe that he threw in there was just hedging his bets. You know that, Rome. You know
hey,
that.
Look. But in verbal sparring, you gotta always pay attention for your out and your in.
I see you tried. You tried, but I ain't gonna let you get out, brother. No. Yeah. Now I gotta ask y'all a question, because that surprised a lot of people, didn't it? It surprised. Ask yourself, why was that hard though? Why was that hard? Why did people look at Dez and a lot of people assume that it was Dez over Witten?
Because the narrative that was painted about Dez versus the narrative that was painted about Jason Witten. That's information. So we understand that we try to control media, and the front office tries to control media about their players and the images. And whom they love are perfect and can't do wrong. Whom they may hate or get rid of becomes vilified. That's how this whole thing goes, guys. If you understand that, you understand everything about how this thing goes in Dallas.
It wasn't
politics.
It wasn't one practice, Mo. He was talking about him being out in training camp.
Overall, Mo.
He was talking about his
Jason
years
was
of going out to training camp, watching them practice. And he was saying, I never would have thought until I went to training camp and saw them up close that Jason Witten was a bigger S talker. So that the whole reason is why I showed that is because, and had that trivia, is because that tells us all to be very slow on what we believe. To the OC's point, there are a lot of narratives that are put out there that's not according to what's actually happening. So even in training camp, we got to be very careful of the rumors. We got to be very careful of what they leak out. We got to be very careful of even what they say directly. Because like Mike McCarthy came out and started talking about running the damn ball, right? So everybody ready to celebrate. But then it goes to the OC's point he raised earlier with Rome point. It's stuff going on behind the scenes that we got to consider. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, when you look at things, especially with the Cowboys, it's not always what it seems. You know? And that's why you need to follow people like Cowboys Fan Talk, Boss Cowboys Sports, the OC 100, because we go do our best. We don't know it all, but we go really try to read those tea leaves and decipher it the best way. How I would say, ending the run of the damn ball debate, practice says that it's real. The way that they're preparing says that it's real. But we also dealing with Mike McCarthy, who also knows that high octane offense can be turned on like a faucet. And he's a major smoke screener. He will, especially with Hard Knocks out there, come out and say, we go run the ball. And game one, come out.
60 pass.
So But I'm still proud though. I'm still happy. I'm still proud that the ideas and concepts that you see from us do end up in the building. You know, with Cowboy Fans Talk, with the OC, with all of us. You know, with me talking about safety. That was boo-booed on. They tried it. And I hope they try some more. So anyway, what's your words? What's your final words, Ron?
I just want everybody to appreciate the difference in this team than the teams we've seen in the last couple of years. Because there's subtle differences going on the field to where I hear a lot of people especially in my comments, same old Cowboys or on Twitter, same blinders on, and they just want to assume that no changes have been made, you know. But if you pay attention, a lot of good changes have been made. A lot of good foundational football moves have been done, and you can have confidence that the product that's going to roll out in the field this season is going to be done the right way for once, and not just we throw our helmets on the field. You see the star, y'all going to just let us win, because that's not what we doing. We actually look like we building a team the right way, and I'm excited about that.
OC. Oh,
yeah. So,
matter of fact, OC, you would truly be the final words. We hit 100 today on YouTube live. It's the first for us. So y'all make sure y'all also hit that like and subscribe too, because it's a bad look for Rome, for Cowboys Fan Talk, and Boss Cowboy Sports. Y'all forgive me, I'm tired.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm tired of mud, but it's been a long day. I've been up since 3. But it's a bad look to have this much engagement and no likes. It's a bad look. So if you want to help, go to Boss Cowboy Sports and hit that like and subscribe. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Go to Cowboys Fan Talk and hit that like and subscribe. All right? Do that.
Yeah.
All right? That's how you grow us. It's that simple. We thank you all for the super chats. We thank y'all who, if you tried the super chat and that didn't work, that turned the corner and put it in the cash out. That's my final word. What you got, OC?
Yeah, so listen, I can say one thing about the flow of the team. I love the competitive nature of the coaching staff, one, and how it's transliterated to the players and all the personnel that's brought in. So I think that we're going to have a best player and a best ideal wins environment, which is going to be great for the Dallas Cowboys. As it relates to running the ball a whole lot, hey, my take on it is this: do what it takes to win a football game. And if you tell me you're going to run it, you can show me a whole lot better than you can tell me. And I'm just waiting for you to show me, Cowboys. So let's rock on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification icons on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, Boss Cowboys Sports. Also, the OC100 on the Twitter. You can follow me there. I'll engage with you daily. And until next time.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
That's Avo, OC.
What's up? I can't read his comment because I'm on the phone. So what's up, Avo?
He said, how you practice is how you play.
That's
and
a fact.
His whole family got COVID. Bro, we got you in our prayers, and I'm going to continue to check on you. Okay?
Yeah,
Prayers up.
I'll call him after this.
Yeah, for real. We love you, bro. Real talk. Thank you for jumping in the show, and I hope you feeling better. I called him earlier. He was tired, feeling bad. I told him get your rest and, try to beat that.
I'll call him tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. Or he probably feeling okay because he watching us. But, call us. We going to let you call us before we call you because we don't want to mess up your rest, bro. So, anyway, thank you, Ron. Thank you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
You got to come back. You got to come back, bro. It's just right. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Here, y'all let me know. I appreciate y'all bringing me on. Real talk.
Oh, yeah. We've been do this. And thank you, man. It was not hard. We put a date down, and we didn't play. We did it. So,
That's a fact.
I like it when my brothers keep their commitments, and you did, and I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So we out. Rome, don't go nowhere, though. We out, though.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.